Okay, I feel the need to share my thoughts about Aaron Rodgers' freak injury. I don't normally talk about sports ball here. On rare occasions, I do. I am a mild to moderate sports ball fan, which I know some of you feel contemptuous of. But what you do you do you, and I'll do me. This is something though that I really I'm not sure how to feel about it, and I will fill in the non-sports ballers who are nevertheless willing to stick around and watch this video. What happened is Aaron Rodgers is first of all a great quarterback. He's definitely Hall of Fame bound. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks who's played the game, and he's closing in on the end of a very storied career. He's fallen short in some ways. He's only won one Super Bowl. Some people have various things to say about his personality and so forth. He's not necessarily the most liked guy around for one reason or another. And I'm going to talk about one of those reasons in more detail in a minute. But even his enemies, even people who hate him, have to concede his greatness. Now, everything was set up for Aaron Rodgers to make a spectacular return with a new team. He had played all of his career with the Green Bay Packers. He'd followed up on the greatness of Brett Favre. The Packers had two great quarterbacks in a row, but certain aspects of his personality, and him holding out for more money and doing stuff like that and behaving aloof, to some people's minds, kind of made him not liked by some Packer fans. So in any case, the Packers wound up after him playing many years with the Packers. They traded him to the New York Jets. The New York Jets opened their season on Monday Night Football, in front of a national audience. Even though it's not as big as it once was, it's still kind of an institution. And so this was Aaron Rodgers' triumphant return, first time in a new NFL uniform besides the Packer uniform. And on the very first series of plays, I think the third play from scrimmage, Aaron Rodgers suffers this season and perhaps career-ending injury. His Achilles heel gets twisted, and that means he's out. He's out for good. And I just can't believe that this has just happened. I mean, it's such a freak thing to take place. And here's where I want to talk about why, what makes me wonder, the schizo side of me, what makes me take pause here, is that when it came to the Baj, I'm not sure if I can actually say the thing anymore. If I'm maybe able to say the thing now, what it actually is on this shitty platform, that's wiped out my videos before and given me strikes and treated me shabbily generally, but I'm still here just because, for my own reasons, because YouTube is my whore, as I've explained before. But when it was all the craze to say you had to get that thing in your arm, you had to get that injection in your arm, and that if you didn't do it, you were an enemy of the people. Aaron Rodgers was one of the few who stood up and said, no, I'm not going to do it. And he didn't even say nobody. He wasn't anti-Baj per se in his rhetoric. He just said, this isn't for me. I don't want to do this. If you feel that it's the thing for you, then by all means do it. But I'm not going to do it. And he got into, of course, just what you'd expect. A lot of people hated him for this. He reported himself as being inoculated, and sort of that was his fancy footwork, his fancy rhetorical footwork of saying, yeah, I've done this or that to inoculate myself from this deadly upper respiratory infection, with a 99.7 survivability rate. So he said, yeah, I'm inoculated. And he said that publicly. And that was his dodge that he was going by for a while. But then it came out that he didn't get the needle. And he was one of the few people in the league who didn't get the needle that year in 2021, and was outspoken about it. He was, I think, the only one who was outspoken about it. And he's, again, a very high-profile athlete. He's one of the tip-top athletes in the league as far as talent goes, as far as fame goes, and all those things. Like I said, one of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game. So part of me can't help but wonder, was this like, did they set out to do this to him? Was this engineered? Was it like, all right, Rodgers, you did your thing, but we're not gonna. We have long memories, and we're not gonna let you get away with this. So, we're gonna whatever they told. I guess maybe they told the player who ended up injuring him, or they told the defense of the team the Jets were playing. I can't remember who they were playing now, because it's all vanished. The significance of the game has just vanished with this again, freak injury that took place. So maybe the defense was put on notice that we're going to take this guy out, or you go for the Achilles. It's time. It's time he got the lesson. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and I don't really believe it, but it's just weird that this happened. This is like such a devastating injury. And New York Jets fans, and I say this as somebody who's an Atlanta Falcons fan, the New York Jets, I mean, you've got to be feeling like you're cursed. You've got to be feeling like you're snake bitten. You've got to feel like there's something cosmically against you for something like this to happen when all off season you've been thinking to yourself, oh boy, this could be the year. We got Aaron Rodgers. He's still good. The last year he played for the Packers, he was still lighting it up. He's nearing the end of his career, but he's still a great player. So, we got a chance this year. We got Aaron Rodgers. And then third play from scrimmage, Achilles heel, and he's out for the year, and maybe for good. I don't know. It's just worth remarking. I just think it's worth remarking. And so that's why I'm remarking it. Now, to argue against my schizo side, we've also got Novak Djokovic, or Novak's Djokovic, in tennis, who also was very high profile, and in a very high profile way declined or refused the Baj, and actually was not able to play in a couple of tournaments because of it. And he's, I think, maybe still the number one player. He is analogous to Aaron Rodgers in some ways, in that, although he's got a ton more championships, but both are terrific athletes, nearing the end of their careers, but still, in great form. And he's done nothing but triumph since they let him back in, since since they rescinded this Baj thing. They prevented him from playing in the Australian Open. They prevented him from playing in the U.S. Open, and he just said, "Fine, that doesn't matter to me as much as standing on my principles." And he's done nothing but prosper, and he's got his haters too, for various reasons, partly related to what people perceive to be his personality, but also because of this. This won him a lot of haters from certain types of people. But yet he's doing great. He just won the U.S. Open. He shows no signs of slowing down. He's got probably a few more championships left ahead of him. Now, if something happens to him, if he breaks his Achilles heel in the next tennis tournament, then I'm really going to start wondering. But anyway, those are some thoughts. Take them for what you will. And if you've got any thoughts of your own, please leave them below. Thanks for watching.